a slightly worthier winners semi-finals in comparison to the one we just watched between B Little and Taylor the Toaster. We now have Ruben versus Lyto, perhaps two of the best in the venue, which would be pretty all right. But at the moment, Ruben cannot come to many weeklies in the Northeast. He's someone who's traditionally based down south, but has family or university stuff up here, and just occasionally pops up to the north. Will swing by a Newcastle Weekly from time to time. Meanwhile, Lyto will be here every single week. And now it's his time to get some Mr. Game & Watch practice. Because we've had a Mr. Game & Watch in both winners' semi-finals now. Just mine didn't work out so hot. But at the moment, Lyto being very hesitant not to offer Mr. Game & Watch anything in the bucket. Doing Explosive Flame way out of the distance where it could be absorbed. It's there for a read-in, a jump-in read only. But back air is going to interrupt Palutena's warp. Another one would have easily cleared things out, but Lyto not offering the opportunity. There we go with the kill instead. Big early lead for third seed Ruben. How many events has there been, is the question in chat. Oh, there goes the oil panic. Oh dear. This is the third touch base in the 4 quarters Newcastle bar. But there's been several years worth of its predecessor, Newcastlevania, in the control pad within the same city. So we've been doing weeklies for years, but this is the third of a brand new tournament series featuring a bar that serves drinks and good pizza and a different TO team. And me getting winner semis? Lol. Right, that's the last we're going to mention of it. At the moment, Ruben has absolutely no reason to go in. Otherwise, it can open ourselves up to a back throw. Oh dear. So there we go. This is getting really, really bad for Lyto in game 1. I'm not sure how often these two have played. It's definitely not 0, but I'm pretty sure Lyto has the set advantage, hence the higher seeding here in the tournament. But there's finally the first kill from Lyto on Ruben. Not making it too easy. Game & Watch, once they get the lead, it is very hard to reverse that. But yeah, Explosive Flame again, you can't just throw it out randomly because it will get absorbed by Mr. Game & Watch's bucket. But if you're reading Mr. Game & Watch's jump, that is a useful position where it might just find some use. Here we go, down throw into back air attempted. It's only through on a DI in. Mr. Game & Watch's down air will just kill whenever it feels like. That's going to be a very quick game 1 going to Ruben, which would set up a winners finals of Ruben versus B Little. They've fought quite a few times already, and it is the Wii Fit Trainer versus Mr. Game & Watch matchup. Famously one of the absolute worst matchups in the game. But Ruben shouts, "It's game 1, calm down!" because he doesn't have confidence in himself to win the next 2. So that means Lyto's won the set. We'll move on, shall we? You don't kick off mid-set. You back yourself. You take one game, you got to believe you're going to take the rest. Have we got 20 people today? 16, 17... Looks like it might be 19. 20, including the HDR exclusive. Okay. 19. So, this is looking much more of a typical Lyto game. The explosive flame on the landing is good because, you know, Mr. Game & Watch always like to land with his down airs, but there was nothing to down air and you're already near the floor, so it wouldn't have made a difference. So Lyto knowing the only thing he can do here is try to get the bucket out of the parachute, which was still going to have a few frames in between. So pop that explosive flame and you will move on. I'm still in the tournament, Joe. I got to win a semis, remember? Well, I'll probably lose to Valentine next, I think. It may end up being Miku fan, but we'll see. I'd quite like to have a Migun as Ditto with Miku fan, to be fair. Yeah. That's probably tricky. I said, do you want to do a silly set? Gamer was his today. He was the one who picked Villager on purpose in game 3. What? Ah, that's quite the roster of characters. No, come here where I can talk to you properly. Right, well, from you and all. Yeah, I will do. Alright, we got Nair into up air. Mr. Game & Watch time. We're still here on game 2. But, like to look at it equalise here in a best of 5 scenario, but not gonna have anything stop him from that, really. Because, Ruben had already used his up B, so he just down aired off the stage and died. Usually, you know, you can up B out of the down air key, but the down air was done out of an up B in the first place. Not even a jump available. So that's 1-1. Thank you. Here we go again then. We're on the battlefield. It's Incineroar, player 69. Oh me, my brother. He's back. Oh, why are you not entering? Oh, you could always play it for a giggle. Yeah. I don't play the game when I got winners semis. Oh, I see in a game. Have you played Evan yet? Did he try really hard and win?
One game one. One game two.
Well, I always offer the silly sets, and usually people don't mind when I lose, but if I actually, on the rare occasion, win one, all of a sudden it then becomes an issue. If you don't want to play silly sets with me, you're not meant to say yes. Oh, Palu Game & Watch. Oh dear. I was playing Game & Watch against Wii Fit Trainer. I was losing as the Game & Watch, which says a lot about my player skill, I have to say. But Ruben lost the last game, so presumably his choice. Right now, it's another big lead for Ruben. Making the comeback on Game & Watch can be so hard, but if you're going to get dash attack into up air, you can just do that at the 109% mark. Because you either get down aired by Game & Watch or you kill him. Sometimes it's worth taking the gamble. You either take 10, 12% or you take a stop. So absolutely optimal decision making from Lyto there. And similarly optimal is Ruben just pressing the escape button and getting out of Palu's stuff with that fire. It's less comfy of a lead than Ruben had before, but it is still a lead at the end of the day. Lyto closing the gap, but if Ruben can get things going, just the shield too powerful from Lyto for Ruben to sneak anything through in that position. Oh, really nice weaving around the ledge there. Single sausage into the explosive flame, that's what we call cooking. Make yourself a full English. Oh, Palu's standing grab not connecting there. I feel like a few patches ago it might have actually reached from that position. But we continue with the slightest Ruben lead, getting a little bit better. Puts the chair out. Up smash invincibility, getting him away from that up smash. That's wild. And the second up smash will kill. Palutena was throwing out her invincible dash attack. But Game & Watch said, alright, I'll do my invincible helmet. And because it started second, it won. Back when I used to do Sonic Dittos in Smash 4, the person who did Spin Dash second would always win because they were both invincible. Oh, that's a big waste of the oil panic that he'd only just got. Even in the Sonic Ditto, you were encouraged to camp more because the person who does Spin Dash second was rewarded more highly. But once again, Explosive Flame taking a pretty early kill from Ruben. And honestly, I don't feel like Ruben's going to be happy with this lead. He's had the lead for the entire game, but he keeps dying at such papery percents. He might just lose another stock in that. Palu not known for taking early kills. She's just meant to be the fundamentally very sound character with a lot of invincibility getting involved, but she's been a bit of a kill demon here against Ruben. But Game & Watch is nothing if not consistent, and as long as you're fighting him without a sword, he should be generally pretty sound. Tries to get the F smash on the ledge get up, but went too early. Needed a little bit of a charge or a different attack, perhaps, like a chair. A chair probably would have connected, but we live. Just the last hit of the back air will get a pop in. Dash attack gets through the first auto reticle, but not all of them. Just getting stuffed out at the last second there. And now it is finally even. Can Lyto take the lead? Yes, indeed. It has finally happened, and that up smash obviously not going to hit through platform. Battlefield was Ruben's own decision, but not being the most helpful there. This has still gone absolutely down to the wire. It's all about finding that final kill, but Lyto has perhaps been a little bit better at that throughout the set so far. Ruben's been good at holding firm. He's finding his kills, don't get me wrong, but there's a couple of landing down airs, and that's not going to work every time. Sneaks in with that dash attack to get past Game & Watch's bomb. Very minimal knockback from Game & Watch popping up B there. Once again, dash attack stuffs out the bomb. Just keep dash attacking, then it's clearly going to work. Even in friendlies, Ruben was using Wii Fits down's dash attack to beat out my Game & Watch, and couldn't quite adapt that into his own. The forward airs were stuffing him out in the end, and with another explosive flame, Lyto takes game 3 all the way from behind. So, probably not going to be picking Battlefield again. We're going to try Smashville, and that makes more sense because Game & Watch can cover the side of Smashville entirely with his neutral B. Makes it really tough for Palutena as well, and there's no great opportunities for cancelling Warp. You can do it off the middle platform, but it means you're going to be in one of exactly 2 places at any given time. Not that Lyto really tends to do that anyway as a player, but the option's there. Fair into fair from Palutena. It's only really going to work when the first one is a landing one like that. Catching... This is just really good from Lyto to actually consistently catch the landings of a Game & Watch player, because that is one of the hardest opponents to do that with. But Lyto has been so consistent at finding the right options at the right time, but spot dodge will open you up to a Mr. Game & Watch down smash, and all of a sudden, all that hard work, all that build-up to put you in the lead is now gone, and Game & Watch has a full oil panic to boot. Will eat that back air, but the oil panic carries across to the next stock. It's not going to be too damaging because it's just 3 individual hits of explosive flame. So it's you know, each of those will have done like 2% each to kind of build up a minimum power oil panic, but you still absolutely don't want to get hit by it. Could have done it out of that down throw potentially, but I think Ruben is saving it for exactly when it will kill. I couldn't tell you exactly when that's going to be, but if you keep racking up the percent, there we go. So lands the oil, it did almost no knockback, but still gives us that fancy zoom in and definitely doing some key damage. And there, once again, another little chip hit from Explosive Flame. Whenever it's left there out in the open, you will give Game & Watch the option to use his oil. It also means you're removing his reflector for as long as you've got it charged up. So if you're filling it with relatively harmless projectiles, it's not the worst thing in the world, but there's another full one anyway, and this time, no, it misses its mark. If you get a light hit off of Game & Watch food, you can sometimes true combo into an oil panic, but that was not the one. A little bit too far away, perhaps. Get the chair instead! Because ever since Ruben took that first stock, the momentum completely shifted. Lyto was well in control of this game, but understandably not happy with losing its stock out of absolutely nowhere with the down smash, and it does affect you sometimes. And whoa, Ruben, he'll make it back, but into another Palu hit. You've got another full bit of oil, but he really wanted to finish that in style with a judge off the side. Didn't find it. The oil panic, I think, there was expended. It's the only other thing that sound effect could belong to is a taunt, and I don't think Ruben will have taunted in that position. So I think the oil is gone now. Yep, there's the bucket just to confirm. But still a big, healthy lead from Ruben anyway, and this is the highest percent he's ever lived to in terms of surviving with a stock. Eventually, if you're going to land on that platform, Palutena's up air will catch you. But can Ruben make it 2-2 before it's too late, or is Lyto once again going to do a little come from behind win? Well, that's what we're building up. Obviously, get out of your projectiles, out of your true combos with fire. Almost nothing's true against Mr. Game & Watch when you've got a frame 3 escape option. That's the jump expended as well. Right, caught out by Palutena's up air. Absolutely. Even Stevens sneaking in a dash attack. Wisely going to the ledge there is Lyto because Ruben was waiting in position to try and down smash or something on Lyto's return to the stage. But neither one of these exactly have kill setups at these kind of percents. They just need to find something rogue to take it away. I'm not sure what to suggest. The late forward tilt nearly doing it. If that was the strong hit, absolutely Lyto was a goner there. But the falling nair into up tilt will secure it. That's one of the few setups you can do. Hard to do on Game & Watch because he's very hard to land on. With an aerial, he can just pop shield and then hit you with